Those coming in, preparing for that influx of production capability. And the army is here. It's not researching any upgrades. And the first two medevacs are on their way out, which it looks like there's already two out, and another one in the starport building. So it looks like he's also going for combat shields right now, which increases the marine health by 10. So very good upgrade there, especially going against Zerg, where those 10 points can help a lot when going against banelings, which are landmines all over the field, which landmines are the buried banelings. It looks like he's got a significant amount just hiding, and what he's doing is he's preparing for the Muslim to move out of his base, and it looks like we're going to see a dropship heading to that 3 o'clock position. So great choice there, great ability to scout. So it looks like he may just be flying over that at the moment, but it looks like I'm not sure. I can't see where the line ends. It looks like it might end there, but it just kind of fades out, which is kind of weird. So he may be sending it up to this area above here, but it looks like he's going to scout this either way. And now we see these landmines, these buried banelings here. They're just still sitting there. They've probably got mouz wondering why there's no traffic over them. And we do see 4 mutalisks, looks like 7 now, out. And those guys will be great for harass and great for taking out dropships, especially with the Zergling cover. So the basic plan that he's probably got is to get those guys onto these siege tanks and get the Zerglings taking out these bunkers. But there is a pretty good amount of Marines for the Muslim inside of his base right here, with 2 dropships hovering over them. So with Stimpick and everything, he will be able to successfully hold this attack off. But what we're looking at is the drop here, which the drop just came down, and drones burrowing, so the Muslim has no vision on those. And it looks like those mutalisks are going to come in now, and if the Zerglings can't, they are going to take out that dropship or the Marines. Which, great play there by the Muslim, pulling the Marines back behind the mineral field, and those Zerglings are not able to get that surround until the very last one, and it looks like now he's kind of sicking those mutalisks onto that dropship, and this has been successfully thwarted. He didn't even get that many drone kills due to the burrow by mouz. So great play there, great quick burrow by mouz, and mouz kind of from the outside looking in may see that as a large force, kind of judging the Muslims' economy from the outside, seeing that there's no extra expansions, and he probably knows that the main is almost mined out by now. And we do see a couple turrets, which turrets are the perfect counter for the mutalisk build, because even though the Marines are great against it, they cannot match the movement of the mutalisk because they cannot fly. So those turrets do a great job of keeping static protection there that's strong, and that'll at least hold them off, especially with a small amount like this. This will keep them back as long as he's moving in, and just to get the Marines there. And it looks like he's going to see this dropship heading out now, and we're seeing mouz trying to take this extra expansion right there. But it looks like this dropship is going to try and come in, and he's dropping a few Marines off there, trying to take out those mutalisks. And it looks like he's just going to stem them against these Zerglings. Zerglings are doing great against the Marines. And it looks like the Marines actually may have their upgrades paid off, especially with these medevacs overhead. And the medevacs doing a great job of healing them. They're taking out these Zerglings like crazy. So Zerglings are almost all gone now, just a few Marine losses. He's down to 4 Marines now, which is not good. And it looks like these mutalisks are going to be able to take them out. But the Marines staying alive miraculously. It looks like they're being repaired by these medevacs at just about the same rate that these mutalisks are taking them out. And it looks like he's going to pull the mutalisks back now, because the mutalisks do not have any upgrades as the Marines do. So the mutalisks really need upgrades to fight good, in my opinion. They're very weak units without the upgrades, and it looks like he's going for that upgrade. It's just below half completed, and the medevac just continually healing that unit. And it looks like he's going to pick them all off now, and drawing back the two damaged ones. And it looks like the Muslim is going to chase him, trying to get that kill. Very close, 7 HP away, but he was not able to pull that off. And now we see another dropship just dropping right now inside of mouz's base, and looks like those drones are going to successfully take care of it, because they are blocking the drop location. And it looks like we got another dropship heading here, so it looks like he's going to just slide it and drop them all out, which is a great play here, dropping them all over the place. And he's going to at least get some drone kills and be able to take out that queen, which the queen is a vital unit, especially as far as production goes. And more drones just arriving on the scene for mouz, trying to expand and make this expansion more feasible. And now he's just moving the Marines alongside, trying to pick off these drones. Great play by him. Great micro here. And it looks like mouz is going to escape with this large force of drones towards the front, and he's got to kind of work around now to get them back up to his base, and burrowing these guys back here, which it looks like he's just going to go for the comsat and take them out and take those kills. So let's take a look at income. It looks like harvesters are still a lot better for MorroW, and MorroW now just taking this base here. This will be up by the time those workers get there, so that's actually not that detrimental. What could be bad is if he did take this hatchery out, that could do a good blow to the economy. It wouldn't, end the game, but it would be that great little prick in his side that just kind of slows him down through the economy. So it looks like he's only got these 2 Marines firing right here, and the rest of them are just kind of standing back, and it looks like they're actually shooting at the egg. So now we got these Zerglings moving in, and the Marines are doing great against them again. And it looks like the Zerglings do have a carapace upgrade, but the Marines stim pack and just melting those Zerglings. And it looks like he's also going to do a great amount of damage to these mutalisks, taking 2 of them out. And it looks like he even got a few drones off that. So it looks like this hatchery is going to be his for the destroying. And a bad decision here, moving these Marines out ahead of the medevacs. And this could be bad here. He's got Banelings spawning on the bottom of the ramp, which he put them up too close, and Muslim is just going to sweep right in and take those Banelings out. So now he's got his medevacs up here though, and those mutalisks are doing a lot of damage to those Marines, which are isolated from the medevacs, not getting any healing. And these mutalisks, I believe, do have that upgrade. No, it's not here yet, but it should be here very soon, which it looks like it's going to happen before the end of this battle. And the Marines are just kind of falling apart and not staying together. So it looks like he's taking a micro loss, but he does have more dropships coming in here, going for the secondary of MorroW. And it looks like this could be what wins the game, is these drops everywhere just suppressing the economy and keeping him from building a large force, which it looks like he's just got Zerglings. So all he's got to do is suck these guys up back into the dropship, and it's over. But it looks like he's going to try and stay and fight, at least for a couple guys. And it looks like he did get all 4 of them out, so scooping them up before they could be destroyed. And it looks like those guys are just going to take out that last mutalisk. And there are some Banelings here, but they're not heading up the ramp. And it looks like he's floating out another command center now. So it looks like MorroW is taking a distinctive advantage. But lots of the Muslim is taking a significant advantage. But lots of Zerglings heading out, and they're probably going to be heading south here and taking out his base. But it looks like they're actually going to head under this dropship and try and prevent the drop at this base here. Which this is pretty much the secondary natural expansion, and he didn't break these rocks down, so. With this stim pack, the Muslim is just going to melt those Zerglings away, and that early expansion that he took definitely paid off. It's what's funding all this. It's what's successfully funding a pretty significant amount of medevacs, and it looks like these medevacs are just sitting here because those Banelings did take out the Marines before they could build this, and it looks like the Queen's going to be there to chase these medevacs away at the moment. He's still got these Banelings burrowed, which I'm not sure why he's doing that. Maybe just for the scouting. But he is going to see these medevacs coming over, and they are pretty much full. So we're nearing the end of this game, in my opinion, because he's got a large force compared to MorroW, which MorroW has almost nothing, unless he has all these eggs mutas, which he doesn't. It's just like 1 or 2 of them. And it looks like he's just going for Zerglings right now. Zerglings and drones trying to replenish his economy. So let's take a look at income, and it looks like they're about even. MorroW does have an advantage for income as far as minerals go, but it's just it's actually wavering right now. So as he moves into the space, taking out that Queen again, and it looks like he's actually going to take down this hatchery this time. And it looks like these Banelings are what can win it. So he's heading in now, a large amount of Marines, especially with that medevac support. That's great. Looks like now some Banelings heading in, taking out a few Marines, but the Marines are doing an impressive job of separating. Great micro there, and it looks like it wasn't good enough because that early Baneling push combined with all these mutalisks and these Zerglings is going to do a ton of damage to those Marines, and it looks like he's floating on another expansion now. But it looks like he's going to lose a significant amount of these medevacs. He's got a lot of mutalisks stationed, which these mutalisks are upgraded, and they're just going to be able to pick apart those medevacs. But he does have a pretty good economic advantage now, doing about 3 times what MorroW is doing as far as minerals. And he is going to continually resupply this force. He's got 10 Marines producing at a time right now, so that's a lot better than what MorroW can do, even with this double hatch inside of his base, which this is great as far as production goes, but he's running it off of 1 Queen, which I'm not sure why he's doing that. Maybe because he's kind of letting the energy build, but that's normally very good. And it looks like he's heading in now, and the Muslim did manage to take out this expansion, but it looks like his Marines are going to be surrounded and taken out, but they are not totally surrounded, and it looks like it took that final Baneling burst. And MorroW is going to see that this is the end, because we do have dMusliM heading out and expanding all over the map, which once Terran does that, you are pretty much fried. So that was a very good game. I was impressed by the play of dMusliM. I haven't seen any of his games yet, so this was very impressive to me. He did a pretty good job microing, especially with dropship play. I love that. A lot of Terrans nowadays, especially on the ladders, just do cheesy, just rush in. But the dropship play is very good, especially when you combine it with his great micro. So thank you guys for watching.